Hey, what's going on YouTube? What's happening, guys? Have kind of a wild cryptocurrency story for you guys today. And the title of this story, this one comes from the Miami Herald, and it's titled, Bitcoin Investors May Be Out $190 million after the only guy with the password dies, the firm says. Now, here's what's kind of funny about this, right? Like, there's a lot of goofy cryptocurrency articles, and a lot of them come from things like CoinDesk isn't a bad publication, but there's like CCN, CoinDesk. There's a lot of these kind of like no-name blogs out there, and sometimes I think the news that they put out is like a little bit overly sensational or overly optimistic about cryptocurrency. This news story actually comes from the Miami Herald, like an actual newspaper, right? So this isn't some like wild blog post crafted by some like no-name cryptocurrency blog or something like that. And as the story goes, Bitcoin investors, who I'm guessing invested in some type of fund, are out $190 million because the only guy with the password has died. Now, here's what's kind of crazy. If you have that much money at stake, do you think only one person should have control of it? Or wouldn't you think, like, in his will, there's like a safety deposit box with the code? It seems silly to me that there would be no backup plan, even if the owner of this site is young and healthy. And I'm going to give you guys a read through the article as well. Actually, we'll see if there's a little video here that we can watch. But I'm going to give you guys a walkthrough, but knowing a little bit of background on this story, here's what's kind of funny, right? The guy was only 30 years old. He did have Crohn's disease, which is a bad disease to have, right? I mean, it's not going to kill you, but it's not pleasant to have. But point being, Crohn's disease, not going to kill you. He went over to India to do some humanitarian work. I think they were going to donate money and open an orphanage. And he mysteriously dies while he's in India. Now, in India, from what I've heard, for about $100, you can get a fake death certificate made. So it's sounding more like this guy has run off with the money. Unless somebody can present like a picture of a body or something like that. I'm gonna pause this video real quick, see if this news article or if this video is interesting at all, and we'll give a quick read through the article. Oh, and you know what? I almost forgot to add this. Here's another interesting part of this story. So I actually found this story on Reddit. And you guys know people on like Reddit and 4chan are like computer wizards, man. They'll figure out anything. So anyhow, somebody figured out the cold storage address of the Litecoin held by the same guy in the same firm, and apparently looked into the wallets because obviously everything's on the public blockchain. And supposedly from beyond the grave, Litecoin is still moving in and out of this guy's wallet, but we're supposed to believe that he died. So let's see what this video is all about.
There's Litecoin, there's Ethereum. So just what is cryptocurrency and how does it work? Essentially, completely decentralization of letters and numbers.
Okay, so that story seems to be just kind of a little kind of what is cryptocurrency type thing. It doesn't really have anything to do with this particular story. But let's see here. The story goes on to say, imagine if your bank froze your savings account because the only person with the combination to the vault had died. Investors in a Canadian cryptocurrency exchange are in a similar fix after the only person with the password to accounts valued at $190 million in US dollars died unexpectedly in India in December, CoinDesk reported. Gerald Cotton, CEO and co-founder of Quadrija CX, died of complications from Crohn's disease December 9th while traveling in India to set up an orphanage, the firm wrote January 14th on Facebook. So it's also odd that they take over a month to announce this. In a filing Thursday for creditor protection with Supreme Court of Nova Scotia, Jennifer Robertson, Cotton's widow, said his death left the company unable to access the bulk of its cryptocurrency funds, CBC reported. The filing says Cotton had the only password to the so-called cold storage account, a form of savings containing bitcoins deposited by 115,000 investors, CoinDesk reported. He apparently left no record of the password, and security experts consulted by Quadrija CX have been unable to crack the accounts, according to the publication. The filing seeks legal protection from investors while it tries to retrieve the bitcoins. Bitcoins are the best-known type of cryptocurrency, a form of digital currency overseen by a decentralized network of computers around the world. The New York Times reported, prices for Bitcoin fluctuate wildly and are based on an open market bidding on exchanges. Bitcoins must be stored on servers that can be kept in hot wallets for immediate transactions or cold storage as a sort of digital savings account to protect them from hackers, CBC reported. Quadrija CX investors are frustrated by the problem with their accounts. CBC News reported, they've left us completely in the dark said Elvis Kavalik of Calgary. I'm kind of preparing for the worst, and it looks like that's all there is to the story. So, looks to be a fraud. Could it be real? Sure. Could this guy have died in India? Sure. Do people die at a young age? Sure. But Crohn's disease is typically not something that's going to kill you, at least not at 30 years old or not unexpectedly. It's also odd that he died in India. Haven't really been pictures of a body or anything like that. Supposedly, again, this is just from Reddit, but from what people on Reddit say, would cost about $100 to get a fake death certificate over in India. So this seems to be kind of a new and one of the more clever exit scams we've ever seen. And yeah, it's been a while since we talked about cryptocurrency, since we made any crypto videos, and I wound up losing my car keys sometime between yesterday and today. I know they're like in the house or around my house somewhere, but I have no idea where they are. So anyhow, I just had to go get a new car key made. Went over to the Hyundai dealership, and on my ride back in the Uber, was doing a little bit of reading on Reddit and happened to stumble upon this story. So I thought it was interesting, thought it was kind of a funny story, and figured I'd share it with you guys. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think there's any chance in the world that this could be real, or is this kind of a clever exit scam? And any other kind of thoughts that you guys have about this story, I'd love to hear. So go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, click that subscribe button down below. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Have a great afternoon.